Footage of 1970s oil crises, long gas lines, headlines about energy dependence. In the middle of America's oil addiction and the looming energy crisis of the late 20th century, one man claimed to have found the answer: a car that ran not on gasoline, but on water. It wasn't science fiction. It wasn't a prank. And yet, today, almost no one remembers Stanley Meyer or the water fuel cell that could have changed the world. The invention footage of Stanley Meyer's dune buggy, blueprints, tech breakdown graphics. Stanley Meyer, an independent inventor from Ohio, claimed to have developed a technology that could split ordinary water into hydrogen and oxygen using a unique form of high-frequency electrolysis, which he called a water fuel cell. The result? A modified dune buggy that he said could drive across the country on just 22 gallons of water. His key claim: his method used far less energy than traditional electrolysis. He refused to release full schematics or patent details publicly, allegedly to avoid corporate sabotage. He filed several patents between 1989 and 1998. One of them described his method of using pulsing voltage rather than raw current to break molecular bonds in water. Demonstration and publicity. Clips of local TV interviews, patents, Meyer speaking in front of investors. Media outlets called it the car that could end oil dependency. Meyer was featured on local news channels, and he demonstrated his water-powered car in front of military officials, investors, and scientific observers. He claimed it could work with any water tap, rain, even dirty water. If true, this could have rewritten everything about how we power the world. He attracted attention from the Pentagon and NATO. Several investors began funding small-scale prototypes. His goal? A world free from fossil fuel addiction. Controversy and legal battles. Dramatic courtroom sketches, documents, angry investor footage. But the dream began to unravel. In 1996, 2 investors sued Meyer, accusing him of fraud. They claimed he had misrepresented his invention and failed to deliver results. An Ohio court found him guilty of gross and egregious fraud, declaring that his technology was simply conventional electrolysis, dressed up with technical jargon. Scientists who reviewed his designs said they violated basic laws of thermodynamics. The court ordered him to repay investors. Meyer maintained he was being sabotaged by big oil interests. Sudden death and conspiracies. Footage of a restaurant, autopsy reports, conspiracy podcast snippets. In 1998, Stanley Meyer collapsed in the parking lot of a restaurant shortly after meeting with 2 Belgian investors. His last words, according to his brother, were, "They poisoned me." Official cause of death: